I think it's really telling when you look at the Premier League season and you look at the number of clubs that have had seriously long injury lists. I mean, sometimes 10, 11 players out with injury. And you hear the managers talking about how it's, there's such a long season, there's so many games, so many competitions, and there's just no rest up, no respite from it at all. Players don't get time to have a rest. And then, just 3 days after the season ends, you have Tottenham Hotspur and Newcastle flying out to Australia to take part in a friendly match. Now, of course, it's all about the money. That's the reason why they've done it. And Ange Postecoglou said almost exactly the same thing. He said that basically it's a money-making thing. That's why they've gone out there and done it. But when you factor in the fact that you've got a 26-hour flight there, you've then got to play this game of football, you then, well, I guess you're going to stay around maybe for a day or two, but then you've got to come back again. And also you've got players who are going to be playing in Copa America and in the World Cup. So is there going to be any time for these players to have a rest or see their families before they jet off for the international duty? I don't think there's going to be much time at all. And then, of course, as soon as the World Cup's over, clubs like Manchester United the next day have got a friendly in Norway. So it's just perpetual playing of football. And I know that the reason why they're doing it is because football is big business and there's huge amount of money involved. But when you look at the players, these are human beings. And yeah, they're incredibly fit. And, yes, they can play games all the time. But they do need to have a rest. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why we're getting so many injuries mid-season now, because players are tired physically and mentally, and they're picking up injuries. I think that's one of the reasons why we've had so many injury problems this season. And I think we're probably going to have another load of injury problems next season as well. Because, we've got a tournament at the end of this season. Next season, they're going to be coming into pre-season training and going into the Premier League again. It's just going to keep going round and round and round. And so I do understand what managers are saying. And, of course, they are in a bit of a catch-22 situation, because it's usually the clubs that organise these friendlies that are lucrative for them. Perhaps not in the best interests of the team or of the manager, but it brings money into the club, and so that's the reason why they want to do it. But I want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. What do you think about all these extra friendlies that they're playing at the moment? Do you think that this is going to be bad for the ongoing future of players' health in the Premier League or in leagues around the world, to be honest with you? Let me know down in the comment section what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts.